All aboard, I'm Kelly Jack. This is How Not to Game with Kelly Jack, and this is Pak128. Second, more serious try for Simutrans. Pak128 also being called the pretty version of the game. So we're kind of looking things over. I'm trying to decide what to do. I started off camera just to see if I could take and do a dig underneath this bridge. I can, but I've got to figure out what I want to do next. And that might take some time. The reason I want to do the dig is that would allow me to take and do a clear through here. So that I can take and do a road underneath that. Like this. But over here, that becomes problematic. Because it's too steep of a drive up. So we're going to have to take and destroy the old road and figure a different routing for him. Over here, yep. Because I don't believe in giving up my old roads. There we go. Now we can take out this stretch and do this dig the right way so that we've got it. There we go. Now I don't know as if I've got the right dig. I don't. There we go. Now we should be able to take and put a road under here. There we go. Did it have to go down one more? I think it did. Yep, it did. Ouch. So we've got to redo this because it's actually taller over here. That's right. Oh, this is going to be fun. Take out the old road. And the reason we're doing this is so that we can do a step through on the road without having to have a grade crossing and the big swerve out for our dispatchers. There we go. This is one of those ones where the clearance issues became a problem. So with everything now squared away, a little bit of landscape work here. There we go. Now it looks a little bit better. One last section of road take out. And we've got a slightly better dispatch line here in our community. We do have some new parts of the town that have grown up over here in Blackpool that we should probably be serving. Freighters are starting to come in. We got the Renfee class has come in. Good. Well, let's take a peek at it then and see what we can do. Now, the Renfee 270 is, of course, a standard freight locomotive, and it's very powerful. In fact, it's so powerful that I am seriously considering changing our setup down here for the cattle, for the milk run, the Milkvagen, into a new style, electric. See what that would cost us. Now, we're deep down in the hole still. 4.6 million. We're only losing 177,000, but that's still a deep dive each month. Part of that was we had some jam ups and some freight vehicles not functioning at full capacity. Let's do the old speed up trick here. Launching it up to about 6 for a little bit. And we're going to watch our finances because finances is where the issue is right now. And it's the monthly finances that I'm kind of worried about. We can see there's a big swing. Top end is in a decent range. Bottom end is in the not so good range. And 20, so about a 10,000 range. We've got to figure a way to start increasing without increasing our costs too much. Still trying to get used to having the microphone right up here by my mouth, guys. Sorry if occasionally I slurp coffee. Now at this spot, getting about 50 and an 80% boost out of the 80 and the 50% boost we can get. That's interesting. We're giving this thing the boost it needs. It just doesn't produce that great of an amount. It is a smaller coal mine, apparently. All right. And again, this is another exploration one where we're exploring some of the other styles because we do have that suspended monorail there. And I'm trying to figure out how do I want to get people over from Swansea. Uh-oh, we've got a train stuck. Pause for a minute. Take our speed back down. Now that we know we've had an issue, Interesting. Oh, we've got a bunch of trains that aren't moving too. Those yellow ones are not moving and thereby not making any money. I'm going to retire that guy and put out a new locomotive, and we're going to go ahead and give it a try. And you know what? I'm not feeling totally off here, so we're going to take and do the try with electrification. Tie that line in, and then we're going to need to electrify there and there, all the way to the back of the stations. Okay, let's see what we can do now by putting this train out onto the Milkvagen. And we'll see if that improves our sailing or costs us. Also need to take and start thinking about doubling up right in here. So we're going to take and go turn off the trees for a bit. Get that slightly faster line. Oh, there's part of the problem. Aha. Okay, so we're going to have to do some work to be able to pull this off. Let's do it. This spot here, we're going to go to that and then raise, and then it should be level at that spot. Okay. Now we're going to bring him down like this, connect in. Is going to be a slightly faster line section. Fix that brake spot. You saw it, I hope. Get this guy. Re-electrify this side of the line. There we go. Get him all back connected up. And we need our signals. And with a couple of more electrical trains going on there and the like, we'll see how we're doing. This guy's a little bit slow, but he's hauling a lot more. So let's give a speed up push. Take it up to 3.5. Now let's go to 4. 4 times speed. Let's ride along with this guy and see if he makes us some money. The old top class. We're going to have to fix that junction point because that's a choke point down the road. He made 350. do have our speed set at 4 times right now, guys. Yeah, right down there below the cursor. T equals. He's loaded up. And I think... Okay. Problem is he's not as fast as the one behind him, so we're going to run into issues. I'm going to talk to this one, and he's going to go to be retired. We're going to try a different setup with that faster, more powerful one right there. Put him on the Milkvagen, and let's see if he still makes money. And that choke point has become an issue already, as we can see. Got a new streetcar available. All right. So we do have a choke point to fix. And we'll do that. And with the Milkvagen line, streamlined a little bit, hopefully with the fix of the with that choke point, we can get better flow through and maybe even add a third train down the road to this. Because they do seem to be just perfectly timing. Yep. Does he say for finances? He's making a little bit less. We'll have to see if he's going to make it long term. That was a long dispatch. We came from the wrong dispatch yard for him, really. Not bad, 600. Let's fix the choke point and then we'll call that an episode. So what I've got to do here is something just real simple. We're going to extend up the rail a little bit to here. We're going to take out that section of rail right there, reconnect the streamliners, move our signaling to there. Can't remember if signals can be taken out by way object. Nope, signals have to be blown. Okay. And that should straighten out our flow through for this. And we can grab that other train now and send him to the depot after we're done so that he gets fixed up. Sending him to the depot will change the engine on him. Sell that one. this, and all those cars should just fit back on the Milkvagen. And hopefully that does that line a little bit better. Our year is not looking good, guys. We've got to take and get these dollar signs back up into the 7 range. We're just too often down in the 20 range. So that's what we've got to work on, is our quality of service, our return on investments, and start thinking differently than we've been thinking in a while. Some of that may also include abandoning some way. Let's do that right before I leave. We're going to go to road, because it is our road section I want to abandon. And I no longer see a need for that stretch of road for the time being. All right, guys. I'm Callie Jack. Have a better day than I'm having, guys.